would just feel like a fraud. I gotta be real to my people. I'm a Russian immigrant born in the Soviet Union. Yes! Don't fake it, don't fake it. Russians from the 70s, paranoid. My mother looking over her shoulder. I was born, right? I was born in Russia. My mom delivers me, and she's like, who do you work for? You made me. They're paranoid, they're crazy. And I loved my parents growing up, but I was scared of them. So I kind of loved them in like that Stockholm Syndrome kind of way. You know when like you fall in love with your captors? Well, they're not so bad. They feed me. They're crazy. Russian people are paranoid for no reason. Superstitious. You guys superstitious at all? You guys, all the dudes in the front row, like it's a fucking strip show? What's up? All these guys have like ones in their hands. What the hell is going on? You guys, are you superstitious? Yeah, no, sir. It's the worst. You can't live normally. You can't live normally when you're... My mother, everything was crazy for her. No whistling in house. Why are you freaked out? You don't whistle in house. Do you know why, dude? Are the two bald dudes together? What the is happening? You guys couldn't space out like bald hair, bald hair, bald hair. Like, you're messing me up. Is there like a 2-for-1 bald entry? Like, what the? Do you know what happens if you whistle in the house? Do you know what happens? Oh, of course, you should know. All the money get together, fly out the window. And then a monkey will rape you. That doesn't even make sense. No whistling in the house. And then, if you leave the house and you forget something, oh, you can't come back inside to get it. Are you crazy? Something bad will happen to you. What do you forget every day on your way to school when you're a kid? You always forget something. Your lunchbox, your jacket, something's going on. I would come running back home. My mom's freaking out. Don't you come back in the house. I'll drop it to you. From 3rd story. I would go to school with like zipper lacerations. I had a gash in my eye from my lunchbox. I'm so glad I didn't go back in the house. Oh my goodness, something bad might have happened. And I played cello in the 8th grade, so I'm like, son of a bitch, no! Don't applaud them. Don't encourage the Russians. They're crazy. You know, and the thing, okay, I'm not much of a drinker, and I'm sorry, but my mother, my God, we're at a party, everyone's pouring the vodka shots, pouring the vodka, come on, I don't want any, come on. What's wrong with you? I don't want any, you're embarrassing me in front of party. I'm 8. My dad's not gonna get off easy either. He's nuts too. Hey, if there are any Russian immigrants in the crowd, this is probably just my dad, stop it with the bikini man underwear already. He still wears the same pair from like Russia in the, I don't know how, and just old and just ha ha ha! Like tight, like angry. It's like a sperm tourniquet. How was I born? And they're angry, and they're just like, ha, ha, ha. Like it has his nuts in a headlock. Say, uncle. Do you wear the bikini man? Be honest. Be honest. You look swarthy. Be honest. No? Where are you? Where are you from? Are you an immigrant? Don't be shy. I am too. You're not? Oh, shit, that's awkward. My dad would wear those all the time. Try and have a slumber party when you're 12 years old. Just Just try and have a slumber party. My dad opens the door, there's like a gaggle of 12-year-old girls. Come on in, ladies, okay. Okay. We'd all spend the night.
I'm a first-generation Mexican-American. My parents were both from Mexico. It's cool, you know. My mom raised me by herself, 4 kids. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so we had to learn how to stretch a dollar. You always know you're poor when you go to the grocery store and you think the expiration dates are just suggestions, you know? It's like a family with money, when the food expires, they'll get rid of it, you know? They'll have a carton of milk, they're like, November 15th? That was last week. I know, get rid of it. My family, we have the carton of milk, we're like, November 15th? That was last week. Cristela, taste it. It's like I was the youngest of 4 kids, and that was my job, you know? To test the milk to make sure it wasn't spoiled. And guess what? It was always spoiled. Every time I drank it, it's like, oh, that's disgusting. My mom would say, did everybody listen? We've got to drink it today. No. The worst way of getting directions was asking my mom. Because my mom was this mean Catholic woman who hated everyone in the neighborhood. So she would actually give you directions by telling you who she hated along the way, you know? Well, you're gonna go down to Tony's house. You know Tony, the guy that never did shit with his life? We're gonna make a left. Then you're gonna go down to Jose's house. You know Jose, the marijuano. He got a Dewey, a DUI. His mom says, he's an angel. He uses angel dust, cabrón. Then you're gonna go down to Maria's house. You know Maria, the whore. She's having an affair. She thinks nobody knows. Everybody knows, puta. Everybody knows. My mom was really honest. She didn't have a lot of friends. She was very blunt, you know? Like, you know, like when your friends fish for compliments, they're like, I'm so fat. I said, I'm so fat. You know, like they're doing that because they're trying to force you to give them a compliment. You know, like, oh no, girl, you're not fat. No, no. My mom would never do that. When any one of her friends would fish for compliments, she would just agree with whatever they said, you know? Like, I'm so fat. Yes, you are. Yes. No. I was just telling Diana, Sofia is fat. No. I'm glad you said it because I was thinking it.
I'm skinny. Like, I could never. My mom always used to make fun of me, like, oh, Middle Eastern mom, they're always trying to feed you more food. Like, eat more, eat more. I'm like, I'm dying, eat more. Like, that's why I think I'm skinny, man. You know, Middle Eastern mom, they get what they want. They're so good at, like, just like getting what they want, man. Like, I remember I came home one day, and I hate tomatoes. And I come home, and my mom goes, come here, come here, come here. Like she's about to tell me a big secret or something. I'm like, yeah, what happened? It's like, I bought some organic tomato juice. Okay, thank you. No, have some, it's good for you. I'm like, no, I don't want any. It's good for your head, for your heart, for your brain. Drink some. I'm like, no, Mom, I don't want any tomato juice. You sure, just a little bit? No. Okay, no problem, okay. Now, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. They sit at the table, my sisters come, they're all cheering tomato juice. Oh my goodness, what a delicious tomato juice. You don't know what you're missing. It's okay, you want to have some? No, it's like, okay, ding, ding, everybody, cheers. And at the end, they clean the table, and finally she leans in, pours a whole glass of tomato juice. Have a little bit. Just a little bit. At that point, I lose it. Mom, I don't want any tomato juice. What's wrong with you? Suddenly nobody forcing you. Nobody twisting your arm. You don't want to drink it, don't drink it. Bring your voice down. You crazy like your father. Your father crazy like you. Get out of my house. At that point, I'm like, you know what? Bring the whole bottle of tomato juice. I'll drink the whole thing right now. Very good, very good. I think that's why like this whole food thing messed with me. Like that's why I'm skinny, man. I'm the hairy Skeletor.
Yes. Greek name, Greek parents. Not my fault. That's how it happened. My parents come from Greece, beautiful Greece. They move here. They decide to have children. And they ask themselves, hey, how can we make our little Greek children fit in with all the other children? I know. Let's name them like diseases. Yeah. When you're at Tsarouchas, what do you got? Tsarouchas. You got Tsarouchas. Put some cream on it or something. You got Vasilikakopoulous, you're not going to shit for a whole month. Yeah, that's my name. Evangelos Petros Tsarouchas. My parents' names, Peter and Debbie. Yeah, that's their idea of making us integrate into American society. My friends would come over to my house to listen to my father swear in English. There was nothing funnier than my Greek dad swear in English. He'd swear in English and he had dyslexia. That was funny. What happened, Dad? What happened? That fox mother, suck cocker, salami bitch. That's what happened. The what? That fox mothers, he fucked me up. The fox mothers. That's what I said, Malaka, fox mothers. Fox mothers sounds like a chocolate bar, doesn't it? Can I get a fox mothers and some Doritos? What's a suck cocker? You suck cocker. It's sucker. What are you talking about? Then my dad would correct me. Hey, when you talk to me, you shut up. What's Salami Beach? Salami Beach, you mean son of a bitch. That's what I said. Salami Beach sounds like a resort in Italy. Salami Beach, all the way in time, Salami Beach. If it sounded Greek for my father, it was Greek. That's it. I can say, excuse me, can I borrow your pack of matches? My dad, pack of matches. You mean Dimitri Pagamachis? He's from my village in Greece. I know that guy. What the fuck are you talking about? What Dimitri Pagamachis? I want Pagamachis. I know that guy. I want a Pagamachis. He's Greek, that guy, Pagamachis, Dimitris. Are you buzzed? How much feta do you smoke, Pop? Remember that movie, Boys in the Hood? South LA gang members. We're watching it with my dad. The guy comes up, yo, I'm gonna pop a cap in your ass. What's that? Pop a cap in your ass. Stavros, pop a cap in your ass. You know him? Yes, he's related to Dimitri Pagamachis. That's it. He's Greek too. My dad. I got my Greek mother, boy. The guilt train. I don't care, Jewish, Iranian, Persian, fuck nothing, man. Greek mothers wrote the book of guilt. Like a lifesaver, my mother. My mom lives in Montreal. She flies in to visit me in LA. Her flight gets into LAX a half hour early. A gust of wind. I don't know. Something happens. I'm stuck in traffic. This is the phone call I get from the airport. Hi, Angelo. It's your mother. I'm at the airport. If you don't want to come pick me up, it's okay. I'll just walk. Maybe you found another mother? Okay, bye. I'm coming, I'm stuck in traffic. If I don't call my Greek mother every 2 or 3 days, guess what? She's calling me. These are the messages she leaves me. Hi, Angelo. This is your mother. You remember I gave birth to you? I know you're busy with your career. I would have had the career too if I didn't have to raise 3 bastard children like you. Okay. Call me back if I'm still alive. Right? Call me back if I'm still alive.
My parents came to this country legally. I'm a first generation immigrant like my parents. We came at the same time, and my parents came in '69, which is just fun to say, isn't it? They came in '69. Right? Who doesn't? Parents came in '69, and I was an immigrant like them. Only the difference is that I was a baby. I was 2 years old. They were adults, and they came with 5 children in tow, $3 in their pocket, and a fucking language barrier. My parents loved the thought of the American dream. We moved to Fort Worth, Texas, and my father moved us into a middle white class neighborhood, which we really had no business being there. Some of the white people, that's what we're trying to say. I didn't mean like that, dickhead. Financially, we didn't belong there. We had a beautiful brick house, but inside, no furniture. No furniture, because we just had no money. And you know what? All the neighborhood kids, it was like an amusement park, would come to Casa de Reymundo to play. Right? Because you can't break what you don't have. We were just poor, I'd love to say my father was cheap, but we just had no money. We were just poor. At my Casa de Reymundo, the thermostat was always set to off. You could never get my dad to change it. No matter what you'd say, he'd have an answer for you. You're like, Papi, hey, it's hot. It's outside, it's hot. He goes, oh yeah, well, ponte un bikini. Middle of the winter, Papi, tengo frío. It's cold outside. Put on a jacket. What the fuck is a jacket? Had no money, and my father believed in the American dream, really believed in it. He, as a matter of fact, at Casa de Reymundo, it was, we celebrate Thanksgiving bigger than Christmas. There was turkey, tacos, and fist fights, just like anybody else. And my father insisted that we learn the language, because one thing I have learned about America is America will love you if you love America. Am I right? It really will. It's a welcoming nation. You just have to know some rules. America has some rules. You want to come in, there's some fucking rules. And the first one is, speak the language. Latinos. When you don't learn the language, you know what you do? You segregate yourself. And there's some other rules. And America will welcome any ethnicity. Latino people are welcome to America. You got to buy some car insurance, though. That's a rule. All right? Don't be fucking up everybody's car. My father, he wanted us to be everything this nation is. He really did. But he never wanted us to lose our heritage. He said, don't lose your heritage. And my father had one rule. He said, son, be everything you can be. But when you give me grandchildren, give them Latino names. He goes, real Latino names. Venustiano. Ignacio. He goes, no quiero que me salgas. Don't come out with this Todd, Tyler, Trevor bullshit. And I did. I had children. I had 2 children, and I honored my father's wishes, and I gave them Latino names, But I married a girl from the hills of Kentucky. And I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel bad for her in-laws. Because they're like, let me get this straight. My grandson's name is Julio? How the hell did that happen? I said, I'll tell you how it happened. He's legally brown.